Good morning, guys. What's going on? So it's been a busy weekend, but I still got to do a recap on the project that we did in Ireland. But that's gonna be like a longer video. Um, but yeah, just thought I'd jump on here. It's been a while. It feels like it's been a while. It's probably only just been like a day or two where I can jump on and talk. Yeah, just it's funny. I wasn't really gonna do a vlog this morning. I bumped into a dad whose kids used to go to my daughter's school, but now they don't anymore. But bumped into him in the store, and he and I got chatting, and he was a photographer, and he really taught me a lot about photography. When I first met him, he ran a fashion label with his wife. I think his wife still now runs the fashion label, but he stepped away from it. Just at what I believe was for a bit burnt out. He was a bit burnt out. This guy, the reason why I say he was a massive influence on me was because, he was at the stage in photography, that is, where he was doing campaigns. He was doing, London Fashion Week, and these are all the things I was at the time. I was like, obviously, this is a big deal. Like, if someone's doing like Fashion Week, getting flown out to like to Portugal's and all these other places around the world to do photo shoots. Yeah, let's be honest, we probably would all love to do that at one point in our journey. But yeah, as I bumped into him today, he and I got talking, and I know now he's a software developer, and the reason why he did that was because he said in this industry he needed stability. He's got a wife and kids, and yeah, you got to always put them to the forefront in terms of providing for them. And so it just made me think in terms of I enjoy the ups and downs of this industry. I enjoy the ups and downs. I enjoy the challenges, but I stick at it. And I'm not trying to say, listen, I deserve more credit, but sometimes it makes you think, am I just being stubborn? Should I go back into doing something else that has a lot more stability compared to being a freelancer? Wouldn't I prefer just having a solid salary every month? But yeah, it's funny because he and I were talking. He was like, "Oh, I saw you in Ireland this week. I saw you this place last time. All this other stuff." And he's like, "Oh, you should send me your work." I was like, "Dude, you are the person that kind of got me into it." And now he's moved on. And yeah, people do move on, right? Everyone's on their own journey. That's one of my favorite sayings. Everyone's on their own journey, and people's passions change. Like, I'm sure my passion at one point was purely photography, and then it got more into videography and the nuances of filmmaking. Try and get out of that glare for you guys. But yeah, it just made me think in terms of, am I being stubborn? Am I just trying to stick to it? But I think there is a thing where you do have to stick to the task at hand. And I enjoy the process. I enjoy this journey of creating. But no, it's just a quick one. It wasn't weird. It was weird that in my head whilst chatting to him, I was like, we've literally just gone like that, And he said to me, he's like, yeah, he sold all of his camera gear. The guy had everything. He had every lens I wished for. He used to shoot purely Sony, but he had everything that I really wanted. But it was weird just chatting to him because obviously now don't get me wrong, he's happier with a solid salary, like most of us would be. Everyone wants that security, and I was thinking to myself, oh yeah, wouldn't it be nice to not have to think that you're on that grind this month? I guess I'm fortunate to a sense where most of my clients are on long-term retainers. So I guess it is a bit like a salary per month. But yeah, they could go at any point. One of my biggest clients, when was it? It would have been April. The director decided, hey, he's had enough. He's retired. He's a multi-millionaire. He's happy. And, he was like, within a month, I'm probably going to shut down shop. And I was like, good for you. Yes, of course it'll affect my livelihood. However, I can't be more than happy for someone who I've worked with for the best of 8 years to say, you know what, it's time to hang up these boots and sail off into the sunset. But yeah, I guess for me it's a question of, is it being somewhat stubborn, or is it just being, you know what? Sometimes I guess what I'm trying to get to is like, you know, sometimes our passions don't pay the bills, and that's the God honest truth. You know, if I really, yeah, I love video games. Yeah, and listen, there's loads of people making loads of money from that these days, from streaming and stuff, and Twitch and all those other platforms. But that is something I'm passionate about. But right now, it will never pay the bills for me. Not right now, anyway. Even if I've decided to, you know, get into it. But yeah, I think it's just, for me, it's just a case of sometimes, you know, you just gotta stick with what you love doing. But at all times, make sure that you can still provide for your family. And I think, yeah, I guess sometimes there's a beauty in being stubborn. You know, if I wasn't stubborn, I probably would have bailed out of this after year one. And now I'm 5 years in, 6 more than actually. Tell a lie, I'm probably like 7 years deep, and I'm still at it, still loving it. I was telling everyone, like my guys, I was like, this weekend definitely probably took 5 years off my life, but I probably wouldn't change it. You know, you live and learn, as they say. Till next time, guys.